Hello.
Welcome to episode.
Welcome back.
Any guesses? Don't look up in the middle.
82?
I saw you look up 82.
82.
Sometimes something podcast.
What it do?
Almost 100.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a bit that you guys were planning to do for 100 episodes?
I thought Calvin wanted to do like a game series or something.
Yeah.
Like a game show.
We should make sure he does that for episode 100. That's
I think
that's half a year
I
away.
think we won't
So
see him until 100. That's probably the next time he'll show up. That'll be the
half a year from now.
yeah.
Oh boy. How you guys been?
Just peachy, you know.
Doing
Yeah.
living life.
Been
at large.
living life, working out, getting swole.
That's us. We're the Swole Boys. Is that our trio
We're the
nickname?
Buff boys.
Buff Boys.
Yep. Swoles.
The Swoles. The
Swoles.
Swoly Polio.
The swole goal.
Swole.
The swole
The
goals.
Swole Bowls.
We got swole goals to achieve, boys.
Puff Bros.
Oh yeah, I like that. Swole goals. That's it. It's
Swole
official.
goals.
It has a double entendre. It's annoying. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Kari, I know you got a new piano. I can just see through the clipping of your blur there, your old one, and like laying dead in the corner in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my old one.
You can't swipe away. Didn't you get that like 3 months ago too? 6 months ago?
No, I've had that one for 2 years.
Oh,
One
okay.
Back there.
Gotcha. For some reason, I thought you got one
that
last year too.
That's the one I got. No, yeah. That one's. It's still really nice. I'm not getting rid of it. Like it's.
Gotcha.
It's
So good.
when I get my dream studio set up. This will be my like one by the workstation, and I'll have this over here for my like little piano.
Right in the booth itself.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be?
the piano booth. Yeah.
Are you gonna be like Dead Mouse, where eventually you'll just have all analog everywhere, just encompassing you like the?
I wanted to do that, but I'm not into it anymore.
What changed?
It's expensive, but also I'm very visual, and I'm not. I feel like it's a waste of time from me, my type of like my workflow.
Your process.
Fair enough.
So yeah. I there was a time where I wanted to do that though, but
Yeah.
kind of grew out of it. I think.
Fair enough.
They even bought like back in Vancouver. I had like 5 of them. I was like building. I was like had the inklings of starting.
I see.
Analog studio, but it was
Guess
during
just-
pandemic, of course.
Oh yeah.
Among like
Had to-
most people.
Just have to find something. Some people make bread. You made a music studio.
Yeah, that's when I got. I think the most into music was the pandemic.
Yeah.
For that session. Let's do some shot spots. But I actually want to talk about it again. Remind me. What did you guys do during the pandemic? We'll get back to it.
We'll come back to that. We'll dive into some shots real quick. All right. I'll go first because mine will be probably quicker. I brought the title card from Conclave, which
Yeah.
is a movie that's kind of going around the awards shows and stuff about a conclave picking the next pope after the pope dies. It was good. I enjoyed
Sounds
it.
interesting.
Yeah, it was really good. But this was the title card that popped up, and I think we've talked about title cards before, but like this has kind of been a trend in title cards of like this big like
I was
slightly adjusted impact font, and for it felt like so like it didn't fit like what was going on or with the movie. Like I don't know. It just felt
Yeah, Kate, I agree. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed by seeing that everywhere.
Yeah.
Because do you remember Marvel started doing that in all of their new movies too, just like changing location?
Location, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for like Control and Alan Wake, and they did that too.
But that feels right for some reason. I don't know what that is.
It felt the most right in Control for me.
Yeah, because that feels very like almost like redacted paper being unredacted being like this location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have been, I'm not a fan of seeing it when it's like, Chicago. It's
right.
Like,
I
all
do
caps
like
and it's like the panning city.
outside of like I do like it. Like if I just saw like a bunch of these images of everyone that does it, like I could be like, oh, like it looks good, but like it doesn't always fit.
the
I feel
tone.
like in most cases, yeah. Especially this movie was very like this is like a very like somber like scene at the beginning of the movie, like where it's like nighttime, all the priests and stuff are called to, you know, the Pope just died or whatever, and it kind of just does this over top of like, you know, it would have hit
Okay.
better if you want. I think if it was like maybe at the end of the movie or something, or maybe at a different spot of would work better. But as soon as it hit, I
I
was
just
like,
didn't feel like I want to see the scene. I'll watch this movie. It sounds super interesting because I read a little bit about the process, and it'd be cool to see a movie.
yeah, it was
But
the whole process. I don't know if it's I've done obviously
Yeah.
zero research, but like for them to like vote and stuff, like all like the priests that are like eligible, I guess, for it, like get like sequestered like a jury, and like no like outside contact, and they sit in a room and they like vote all day until there's like a majority, and then like if they don't get reach it by the end of the day, they just do it again tomorrow. But it's like I had no idea.
And is it because they have to fly everyone out like across the world, like every pope from like around the world has to come,
like bishop,
Yeah, whatever
pretty
the
much,
level
yeah,
you have to
cardinal.
be. Yeah,
Cardinal.
Yeah,
Is it cardinal or bishop? You would know better now. What's the?
think it's
I
bishop.
can't. I think I want to say bishop, but I can't. Can't quite. Remember.
Bishops
Yeah.
are...
Yeah, it's a good
That's
movie. Recommend. Would recommend watching it.
Yeah,
Nice.
it should be bishops.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to shift gears from that. What did you bring us, Colton? What's this blue guy you got here?
The Oscar-nominated, award-winning feature.
Yeah.
No, I decided to watch Sonic over the
Oh yeah,
weekend.
the Cardinals vote. Sorry, I just looked up.
Like, oh, it's just the Cardinals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
regardless,
Regardless.
I decided to watch this because obviously Sonic 3 is out in theaters recently, and I kind of want to see that in theaters before it leaves. But I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to watch a blue guy. Got a little,
A fixin' for some speed.
Fixing for
You
some
don't
speed,
feel
yeah.
no other emotions, no other like adrenaline, like pure awe. You didn't
I was
feel,
never
like,
a Sonic
attached?
kid growing up, so I never like had that like attachment to this little guy.
How do you not look at this face and be like, that's literally me? How do you not? How do you look at that face and not think that? You know.
I don't relate because honestly, some of the dialogue was the cheesiest I've ever
Yeah,
seen in a
that
movie.
doesn't go
Yeah, I think
away.
it's pretty cheesy. Yeah,
And it was
that
like,
is-
you don't hurt my friends. I'm just like, all right, fair enough. This is a kid's movie.
Do remember it
But,
is a children's movie. Well, not children's, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, and man, some of the jokes, so many of the jokes were of its time kind of thing, like mid 2015 jokes, where it's like,
It does kind of feel like.
remember
that,
there was
yeah.
those jokes where everyone was like raving how like, oh, The Rock should be president. Like they made that joke,
Mm.
and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that being like kind of like a relevant thing at the time.
But this
And
came
then-
out in 2020, Colton, for the record.
Really?
But
I
I mean,
remember-
I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of like comedy movies can get stuck like that, where the script and stuff was probably written back in 2015, and like I'm sure it got tweaked and adjusted and stuff. But I'm sure a lot of jokes that were like, oh no, we got to keep this, and this is funny. You know, last like 4 years, where it's like, oh, that's kind of out of the times, you know.
I mean, like watching Sonic floss. That was definitely
Yeah.
a pinpoint of time right there. That's like that's
But even
very
that's
specific era.
earlier than 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But he didn't dab though. I don't remember him dabbing, so I was kind of surprised about that.
Mm.
Unless he does that in future.
I thought he
movies.
did that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
This movie was kind of a blur, to be honest.
A blue blur.
The blue
The
blur.
blue blur.
Yeah.
Oh, the blue blur. I did like
I thought you did
the
that on purpose.
Sonic theme. I feel like they were, whoever was the creators of this movie, at least had fun and they kind of embraced
Blur.
that culture.
That is
yeah.
what I am glad about these movies, like how even like there's some cheesy dialogue, there's some bad dialogue, but like
Yeah.
they look. I haven't seen the first one in a while, but I'm just thinking of in my head they all look like the third one at least, and they look like very pretty, like especially like the
Yeah.
characters and stuff. So that
Yeah.
I am
Yep.
happy about.
The sequence is great. Like all the interactive, like a lot of movies, some I worked on, they don't spend, at least because this was also shot at night, so you got to see all the interactive light and stuff bouncing and reflecting. It was great, and not many play shows do that. So I was like, oh, this
a lot of work.
This is good work.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also the climactic scene of the movie, so I'd hope they would put a little bit of effort into this, but then they did.
Oh yeah.
So it was really good.
Right. I'm getting confused with the second one because I'm thinking of the second one of that, but now I'm remembering
No, yeah, this one he just.
Which
the big.
I know it's like a machine or whatever.
oh, spoilers.
Yeah.
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 Here he
Yeah,
just
watch it.
has the jet that makes him as fast as Sonic because of the quill
Right.
that he picks up.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. So you have to keep us watch Sonic. We can look at some Sonic 2 shots next week, and then some Sonic 3 after that.
And then Sonic 3 after, yeah. They'll be all caught up with us on
We could do
all
a
the Sonic lore.
yeah. We could do a whole episode on Sonic 3. Oh,
We should do that as a special when we stream.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
I could watch both episodes or both movies by next
Nice.
week.
Okay.
If I could do it this weekend.
do it.
Yeah, no rush on that because when do you guys want to stream soon? Like,
We should.
when do you guys want to do the Sonic stream?
I mean,
we were
weekends are
talking
not the
about-
best for me, but I could do Fridays. But we can talk about that later.
We'll figure it out later.
Okay, yeah. But there'll be a Sonic
But,
stream coming up, so
There will be a
Stay tuned for that.
Sonic stream coming up.
yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the first movie, but you know,
It was fun. I think that's the thing. It was similar. We've had this conversation privately, but for our audience members, it's similar to like the Detective Pikachu movie, where if you were part of the fandom that you grew up with it, you'll enjoy it for what it is. Like, even though yes, it has dumb jokes, it's geared towards kids. The fan service and the care by the directors is still enough for us to enjoy it as well, and also for kids. We could accept it for its flaws, but ultimately it's a good product.
Yeah.
Because in the end, they are for kids.
Yeah.
So yeah.
and Fowler then he worked on the cutscenes, original cutscenes.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did
That
like
for
I
the-
think it was the Shadow the Hedgehog cutscenes.
Yeah, there's a video of him actually talking about like how he wanted to pay homage to that specific scene where like Shadow falls to his knees or whatever. Or sorry, Sonic falls to his knees and Shadow is looming over him. It's pretty pretty cool.
It's like the most he's
Yeah.
cocking his gun there.
Yeah, before he
Yeah.
fucking blows Sonic brains out. Pray we get a Sonic or Shadow movie, and he just blasts Sonic in the head. I could see them doing that, and well, maybe not that, but like, cause you know how in like Shadow there was like the branching timelines of like different things of being
That's
some
true.
kind of time loop thing where he comes back at the good guy at the end. Well, I guess they kind of there's lots they could do,
They're probably going to do Metal Sonic next. You know,
Yeah.
see how that goes. But yeah, good stuff. But speaking of it, let's transition back because pandemic hobbies.
Yes.
I think everyone had some little, some good, some bad. Let's talk about the good ones. what kind of
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
things?
It's been the pandemic blurred just into like over like 4 years. We're like, I mean, like 2020 is probably like what you're talking
Did blur,
about.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I'm talking about like maybe first. How about this? First year when you're like, oh,
yeah,
when you first realizing, oh, I have time to do this now, and then your brain is like going
yeah.
crazy with ideas of something new. You know what I mean? Even if it only lasted like a week.
I think, yeah. What did I do? That's where I started to get into the concept art stuff. I think was in
Oh right, I think you're right.
2020.
Yeah.
There's that. That's when I bought my Cintiq with the hopes of drawing. I still haven't
That when
quite gotten
Calvin
around to
bought
that.
his too.
I think so. And his 3D
I feel like we
printer.
got him at the similar time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the slight funny story because Calvin bought the Cintiq first, and he bought the bigger one, like the 32-inch or whatever one, and he
Yeah,
ordered.
the big arm.
Yeah, he ordered the stand for it, but when he got it, it was the wrong size, so he sent it back. And then, like, I guess it was like not long after I ordered mine, and then I was looking at the same store he got his at, and I was like, oh, there's like a stand. I was like, yeah, it's like open box or whatever. He's like, dude, that's probably mine. It's completely fine. So I ordered it, and I got it. It was completely fine, but there's a good chance I got the same one that Calvin ordered and returned. So I got it for
that,
cheaper price.
that's such a that I like that, you know,
Yeah.
because everything's connected.
Yeah.
There might be a podcast episode about that. Pretty sure you talked about it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, one of the old ancient ones in the archives.
Yeah, but no hobbies, really.
Yeah, I don't really mean like hobby. I guess I should say like a thing that.
Yeah.
Because like for me, like I said, it was music. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get all
Yeah.
these synths, and I bought like these little pocket beat makers and stuff, thinking that I was gonna
Right.
make that my thing.
Yeah.
That was like less than a month that lasted.
Yeah.
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 I remember a few things. We were just going to the gym, I think 8 months or a year prior to the pandemic. So we were definitely in the midst of like working out when they had like all of the it was like just like the plexiglass
plastic
barriers.
dividers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone had to wear masks on them. And anyways, some of them you were allowed, and sometimes we were allowed to have the mask off when you're running
Yeah.
to keep them on everywhere else. And the rules constantly changed, so that was interesting. But I do
You
remember
were
us.
going out to the gym at the time.
Yeah. BC allowed it for it fluctuated. Sometimes you were allowed and sometimes not, but it was
Yeah.
predominantly mostly open. At least I remember taking advantage of it a lot. And then I remember my friends and I, we actually did a lot of filming in regards to like trying to make a business of just like freelance videography. We did two things. We did like
Okay.
we filmed a promo video for our friend. She was doing this thing called booty bands, like those like elastic.
I
I
remember,
remember
this.
this.
Yeah.
You showed us.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
We were
Yes.
doing like a 3D mock-up too of just like showcasing the product.
Yeah.
Giving me a bunch of notes. And I'm sure if she ever went, I don't think after a while she just said, "Oh, I'm not going to go through this or go with as after I did a bunch of work." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Great.
So she just still kept all the footage that we shot though. And I remember, she found like some random Instagram models and then us having to record them working out.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
This
that.
like business venture.
Yeah.
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 And then I just remember we tried to promote this like psychedelics or something for the use of using psychedelics for beneficial states where it's like if you're having depression or anxiety, and in BC and Canada it's legal, and then they try to use the psychedelics like mushrooms or I forget whatever else to help people with anxiety or major depression. And I remember we were going like filming stuff on the beach. And then we would also go to like UBC.
It's all a blur.
It was all a blur, honestly, and it just was a moment in time. See if I could find it
Yeah.
for some of the videos for later. But yeah, and then getting into Pokemon a lot because I was really depressed. I wanted some sort of levity in my life,
Some dope.
and we played a lot of Smash Bros.
Amen, brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did so much overtime during the pandemic, man. It was
Yeah.
like, that was rough.
Yeah, you had
That
a.
shouldn't be legal.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I was out of. Or wait, what shows were you doing during the pandemic?
This was,
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. That. Yeah. Well,
yeah. Oh wait, bleep that out. Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, Katie. I want to keep making timestamp stuff. It's Cole's fault for asking.
It's your fault
I'm
for
just-
answering.
Actually, dub it over with this. Never mind. I don't have any.
I'll dub it with something. How about that?
No.
we
Good
could do it
idea.
with like in Control. Just have like the title card, and we'll redact your voice. Just.
Yeah. I've done that before with
yeah,
little
yeah.
wham things or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Put like the Donkey Kong sound of him like. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So what's the deal with Donkey Kong's new look? Are people just shitting on?
Oh yeah.
Because he
On
has
that-
the movie look now. He has
Yeah.
the movie
Which
look.
is closer to like kind of the classic.
Oh, I see.
look,
I
too.
see.
Yeah.
It's yeah. People have been saying rest in peace to the rare Donkey Kong like ever since
I see.
64.
Right.
I think he's had that look. I don't hate it. It looks kind of It almost fits in better with everybody else, I think. Maybe.
You know,
But
look
also,
at
we
it.
I
haven't
think it's fine.
talked about the Switch 2 at all. That was just last week.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Ooh, yeah.
It's big spicy news.
Definitely.
There's a charger on top. Let's go.
That's
Yeah.
that is very
Nice.
nice. That is very nice.
Yeah. Both sides. That's crazy.
I know.
Charging and peripheral at the same time.
That's
Yeah,
a
some
game
kind
changer.
of peripheral.
Yeah. And still a headphone jack. There was
Yeah,
some
that's-
concern about that.
That is definitely.
I do wonder. I'm curious on the performance. I kind of wish I waited to play Tears of the Kingdom
Oh
until I
yeah.
Switch 2.
Eh,
'Cause if I knew it was this time, I would have waited.
but
I
like,
would've waited. I could've
it's
waited.
not gonna be. It's not gonna be. Like, did you have much like performance issues on Tears of the Kingdom? Remember it lagging like once or
Yeah,
twice?
every
or
time
something?
every time you go to the forest, yeah, and then like
Hmm.
the, as soon as you start getting complicated machines, it gets super
Yeah.
laggy.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a little annoying.
Yeah, I'm
But,
sure that'll be better.
Yeah, I'm curious.
But like, I'm not expecting like massive leaps.
It looks like it's massive though, because of the release date, it basically confirmed some sources leaks, right? Because like some people who leaked the specs also leaked the power of it.
Oh,
So they're like, okay, well now we know this person's probably right because Switch looks like this and has all the other things that he said.
I see.
So apparently it's like a good jump, like
Right.
well, way
that'll
more
be nice.
RAM.
That'll be good.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Backwards
Yeah, I'm excited.
compatible.
That was the big like I was seeing this like since there's been so many leaks for like the past the past 2 years, but like especially like the past month or two where we've pretty much just seen like 3D printed like this is what it is. So when you see this, you're kind of like, huh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
So I am excited for them to show off all their new games and stuff because that'll be
Yeah,
real
yeah.
excitement.
Another
happens. Mario Kart,
Another Smash,
There's Smash.
Smash,
probably Metroid.
Metroid 4 is on its way. Or Prime 4. Yeah.
Yep.
It's on its way.
Yep,
Yep. Another
Probably,
3D Mario for sure.
Mario. Yep. 3D
Maybe
Mario,
a Zelda collection finally. The Wind Waker stuff.
Wind Waker.
Or,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
not Ocarina. Twilight Princess. I saw some rumors that
Right.
apparently there's rumors or speculation that they're doing an Ocarina of Time remake, which would be pretty dope.
That would be pretty intense.
Yeah.
That's.
Have they done a remake before of Zelda other than the
Did they
2D
do this on
one?
like the DS? Like Majora's Mask was remade on the DS?
Those aren't
No,
remade.
I think
those
it's
are like
more of a port though.
remaster into
Okay.
like the 3D. Yeah,
Or
they're still
remasters.
like mostly the
Remaster,
same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess besides the 2D, like a Link's Awakening or like a Link to the Past, because those are remakes.
Yeah, those are remade. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
don't think so. They did, yeah, just like the HD.
The HD Skyward Sword.
Yeah, they did Twilight
that
Princess, Skyward Sword, and Wind Waker. But those are all not
Yeah.
remade.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that would be very cool if they did. Let's see what
Yeah.
see what that looks like.
Chrono Trigger, please.
I just thought of an interesting segment we could include. There's a lot of VFX shots that I'm looking at right now as we're just chatting of Gladiator 2, like seeing the before and after stills of what they shot on set and the before and afters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever just want to talk about those sometimes? I think they're kind of cool with how we like there's some where they completely relit almost the
Yeah, that'd be fun.
the shot.
Grab those for maybe next
Shot
week.
spot.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Shot spots.
I did just watch Gladiator 2 over the weekend too, so I'm ready to go.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I was going into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had low expectations because you said it was bad, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought it was not
But I
as
think
good
that's
as
always-
the first, but
Yeah, I think that's always the best thing. If you go in with lower expectations, you kind of just take it for what it is. So it's just
like I thought it was not like it was just below the first one, I'd say.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. It was like the same thing again, so
Yeah.
new. So I mean, maybe that's why I didn't like it as much, because it wasn't like it was new, bigger, and like bigger spectacle pieces. But like, yeah, I would say like it's not a great movie to like. We did like a double feature at my parents' house. We watched the first one, and then we took like a lunch break and watched the second one.
Yeah.
And, like they're both good movies, but like what it's kind of like, it's kind of the same thing again. Like it still expands on the story, but then it's still like it is kind of like a
When you watch it,
it's almost like a New Hope and Force Awakens, where it's like, oh, it's like new and exciting, but it's like, is this the same plot? Like kind of just again.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are both good too. So.
Especially watching it back to back.
Yeah.
Obvious too,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Gladiator in a while.
Yeah. I hadn't seen the first one in like at least 15 years. So.
Last time I saw it, I was here. 2017, 2018.
Oh well.
17.
Well. I've been doing good with
Or
my.
some of you viewers were born. Yeah.
Yeah. my movie watching. I've fallen behind. I've watched a movie like almost for every day this year. I've fallen behind now, but on the 19th I had watched 19
Really, you're
movies.
doing a movie a day?
I'm not like, I'm trying to watch more movies, and it's worked out that way so far. Not that I've like, because there's been a few days on like the weekends where I've watched like 2, or days where I've watched 2. So I haven't actually watched one every day, but
I get you. Because I want to do that too, and I just
I've seen some
really
friends
wanna do that too.
it. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, to be honest.
yeah, it definitely won't end up happening, I don't think. But
I
I'm
get you.
putting in the effort to watch more stuff.
Maybe I'll start with like 4 a week.
I'm not putting a
Yeah.
number on it. I'm just watching movies whenever I'm just putting more of an effort into watch stuff.
Mm-hmm. So just schlop on YouTube.
Yeah, or just putting
Good for me.
a show on that I've watched before, rewatching Succession for the
rewatching
5th
stuff.
time on the side or something. But you know what? I'll watch a movie. And then even then, like, if like I do like go to like put some on, like I'll start a movie and then like maybe I'll finish it the next day. Yeah.
I was good about watching movies when I was working out back in my elliptical because I could just watch a movie.
Right.
And I was consistent with that, but now that I'm at the gym and outside, you can't really watch movies.
Yeah.
And you can make fun of me by very briefly, I looked online for like a heads-up display
Oh yeah.
so that I could still like watch something in one eye while I went on a run. But
Just like get
what I
the
do.
smallest projector you can find and like attach it to your head and just like slightly look down while you run.
on the ground in front of me.
Yeah, just speakers blaring too.
I'll wait for the next Apple Vision and then
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'll go jogging in that.
Did I mention that I test tried it once, like in the Apple Store? I thought it was a great experience.
Yep.
They kind of like walked you
Yeah,
through
right?
the whole thing. You know, like this is.
I get real mad when you don't buy it.
Oh, of course, yeah. They're I think it's one of their worst products right now that they're like trying to sell.
Yeah.
But it's still like I enjoyed
It's cool.
the movie experience at least. I was like, oh, I could definitely see myself doing this,
Yeah, I still want to try it.
especially like flights or whatever. Oh, those would be great.
Yeah. Did you see? Did you do they took you through like the court side as well? When you're like at the side of like a basketball game.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Look,
That
that was way better than I imagined.
That
from,
was
like, the
so
videos.
cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would never buy tickets if I could just watch a game like this. Like this
Do they do
Yeah, like
live games like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
That would be
Maybe like special games.
That would be so cool in the sense of like, why would you not take advantage of just like selling a subscription, or at least to certain like highlight games like that where people can just watch from the sidelines in your VR.
Yeah.
It's just like it was so cool. Yeah.
It was easily. Yeah, I saw I remember seeing the commercial and whatever, and they announced it like, oh yeah, you know. But like,
yeah,
they got something figured out. It's just the rest of it. I think my biggest issue with it is that you can't plug other apps in. There's nothing else to do but the Apple things. Like,
yeah.
It's just if it was opened up a little bit, and or if they just had more features. If it was just like a Mac, I feel like it'd be
Right.
You know,
It's like the second or third iteration will be like
probably yeah.
where to get in.
So,
But then there'll be other stuff by then too.
yeah, but then you'd be in that beautiful apple walled
true.
garden.
That's true. It is cozy in here.
Pull up your iPhone and it's all like, you know, stuff hovering around it and stuff. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
It's
Well,
cool.
we'll have to see what else comes out, if it gets better, if it doesn't. And
Yep, we will see.
yeah, we'll have to tune in next week. We'll look at some Gladiator 2 VFX breakdowns from Colton. We'll talk about that.
Yep.
Is it good? Is it bad?
Maybe some more Sonic too.
Oh yeah,
Some
more
Sonic?
Yeah.
We got a
Lots
fast
to look forward to.
for you. Lots. We'll see you then.
Lots.
See ya.
See you around. Thanks for joining.